out into eternity, welcome. And to those of you who are here in the temple, it's such a pleasure to be sharing this time with you. Let's just dive straight in. If you're brand new, we're just going to make our way into the temple one at a time to get into the right state of mind. And if you're brand new, what is the right state of mind? Well, these sessions are for you to be as awesome as possible. It's a time to set everything aside, to reset, find your best self, and then carry it with you into every part of your life. So as we're lining up and making our way into the temple, I want you to just feel into those ideas. Make the most of yourself as we make our way in. So as I bow, I respect the ability that I can let everything else go and come into this place of stillness. And as I gaze upon this enlightened being, I find that rock solid strength and goodness inside all of us. And as each one of us enters, I just invite you to make the most of each moment that you have. As you make your way onto the cushion, be ready, be open, be excited to make something special for yourself. Begin to change the speed of your breathing, adjust your posture, letting yourself feel calm and present and powerful. So we're going to begin by setting our intention all together. So I said these sessions are for you to reset, to connect with your awesome, to grow that. I invite you to take a moment to set that intention, to put everything else aside, find the clarity and the ease and the strength and the happiness inside yourself, and continue to grow that. You may also have insights or epiphanies that will make things easier. Just be open to that. Set the intention that you're here to make each moment precious. And as we set the intention to do that here, I invite you to also set the intention to do that everywhere. As much as possible, cherish each moment. Learn what you can from each interaction. Have your creativity ready to be your funniest, be your happiest, be your most expressive, be your most chill. Set the intention that you will be aware of yourself and your moments. And you'll be coming from that place of your most awesome. Set the intention that you'll always be kind to yourself. Always just guiding and encouraging yourself. With enough support and understanding that you're free to really be creative. And we're going to dive straight into our opening meditation. Pops just said on the stream, they're watching the video, that they're here in spirit. And I know we have a few other people watching on the stream, so it's good to have you all here. So we're going to dive straight into meditation. If you're sitting on a chair, I invite you to put both feet flat on the ground and sit back into your chair, or sit up straight. Just see whichever one feels more right for you right now. If you're sitting on a cushion, I invite you to adjust your hips. Maybe check that your knees are lower than your hips. Maybe you're coming off the front of the cushion. And just scanning from the feet, through the legs, through the hips, through the torso, through the shoulders, through the neck, and just feeling your whole body. You may notice that scan adjusted your posture, or you may notice that it relaxed you or felt good. You may have noticed some parts that need to relax or let go. So we'll scan across again, and you just feel each part of your body becoming peace and also becoming strength, sitting in a powerful, peaceful pose as you feel your toes, and you feel your feet, and you feel your ankles. You feel your legs. You feel your hips. You feel your spine. You feel your organs and the muscles holding up your torso. You feel your underarms and your shoulders and your arms and your hands and your fingers. Take a deep breath and enjoy the sensations in the fingers and the hands. The relaxation in the arms. Another deep breath to feel the subtle movement in the shoulders. And feel your neck. And feel your head. Feel your face. Hopefully your body and your mind feel more at peace now, more aligned. But as we take a few more deep breaths, you can feel your body and your state of mind becoming more easeful, more still. Notice your attention. Maybe right now your attention is on my voice. Physically it's up here on the stage and it's contemplating the words. Or maybe your attention's not on my voice, it's in the peace and my words are not dominant. The experience of peace or the experience of seeing your attention. But notice you can move your attention. We scanned across our body and your mind, your awareness moved across your body. You could imagine the space up above your head. And feel your attention up there. Your attention could move to something from earlier today. your attention could move back to right here, right now. Your attention could be in your breath, just feeling each moment of right now. And whether we are consciously watching our attention or not, in every moment, our attention is central to our experience. Where you put your attention, how you feel in your attention, the ideas or the emotions that you put your attention onto. When we master our attention, we master so much of life. So let's just breathe for a minute as I invite you to hold your attention on the breath. But really, that's just a chance for you to observe your attention. Learn to guide it. Learn to be more conscious of your attention. And you can probably imagine or envisage you, when you've mastered your attention, in every moment you could bring your focus onto kindness and wisdom and joy for any situation. You would be able to see that happiness or joy or peace or excitement or any other emotion doesn't come from what's around you. It comes from where you put your attention. And I imagine that most of us, or all of us, when we've mastered our attention, would be holding that attention in qualities of happiness and joy, fun, caring, and kindness, or whatever other positive qualities you would envisage your most conscious self would be. And you can notice when I shared those ideas, were you still present? Were you still watching your attention? Were you in thoughts? Were you practicing your mindful self, or were you seeing hurdles? Watching your attention closely all the time is so beautiful. Just to see the little nuances of every part of your experience. In some schools of meditation, they say that change can take a long time. And when they talk about meditation, they say the thoughts come and go. We don't control the mind. I invite you to consider something. If we actually watch our attention and we practice in each moment being aware, how instantaneously you can move your attention to your fingers, to your toes. You could run your attention up your spine. You could get caught up in what's going on around you. You could get caught up in some thought. You could bring your attention into peace. You could bring your attention to questions of what would help me most right now. Imagine if truly you mastered your attention in every moment. Whatever was happening in life, your consciousness was free from all that was around you. And yes, you are living in the world, so you use your consciousness to be awesome in the world. But it does so in a completely unentangled way. Your creativity, your attention, your intention, you craft it to be more awesome, easeful, playful, beautiful every day. So we're going to take some intentionally deeper breaths as you let your feelings settle into that idea, that way of being. You are the master of your attention. You cultivate beautiful feelings in each moment. You stay present in the here and now, and your mind is powerful. Some people like to think of consciousness as layers. There's the day-to-day activity that's responded to what's going on around. There's the deeper sense of your values and purpose. There's the deeper sense of truly mindful, strong states of consciousness. There's even deeper, where you are completely free. All of the life's stories and habits are gone from that place, where you then can envisage how the world is meant to be. How you are meant to be. Now let's bring our attention into our breath. We're going to go deeper through all those layers into an even deeper sense of stillness, samadhi. So each moment of the breath, just enjoy feeling the breath and hearing the breath. Notice, where was your attention? Was it in your nostril? If it's anywhere else, or if it's not right now, bring it into right now and bring it into your nostril and just enjoy the stillness and the presence as you let everything else subside, leaving only your most enlightened self. Aim to be conscious of your attention in every little moment. Perhaps that's billions of moments every second. As instantly as the mind moves from the breath, you come back even deeper into the stillness. You are practicing being the absolute master of your consciousness. Absolute awareness in each moment, every moment. You may notice that anytime your attention engages in something else, the practice of just letting that go, coming back to the breath, the letting go becomes more powerful, more complete. Whether it can be letting go of a passing thought or a feeling, you could get to the point where you let go of big things you'd been holding on to that didn't help you. You get to the point where you let go of everything that doesn't serve you. Just your best self is left. Only the self that you would choose. Any habits, any imprints that the world's put on you, you're just shedding them all. Every moment that you come just back to the breath, you're letting go of those imprints, making your chosen, awesome self be all that's left. Notice your mind right now, and then just let go of all of that. Come back into even more pure, just breathing, just stillness. Maybe take a few breaths where you envisage what perfect stillness would be like if everything else disappeared. It's just you and your breath and your attention. Each moment deeper into the stillness. You may be able to rest in the stillness, just naturally. Or you may like to experiment with really intentionally, strongly holding your attention. As the breath comes in, as it fills up, you feel that point when it's full and it changes directions. As it goes out, it speeds up and then completely empties. You may notice the sounds of your breath, the feelings of your breath, just really immersing your whole experience into the breath. As you hear each moment of your breath, feel each moment of your breath. It may help to take a few breaths to feel that you are the master of your attention and your attention is powerful. Your conscious control of your attention is infinite. And as you continue to just breathe, just be aware of that single point where you notice the breath, hearing it, feeling it. Each moment, let the breath flow more easily. Be at peace. Feel that you're making space for the best you. Everything that you would choose to be. every way that you'd want to be. Every unhelpful habit or attitude or feeling, you're just breathing it away. You're making space. Space for the real you, the enlightened you, the chosen you, for the optimized you, however you'd like to think of it. You're making space for your subconscious to envisage and rehearse the most amazing you. Letting go of everything else as we just breathe. And then I invite you to just relax and enjoy whatever states of mind you feel. Enjoy your body. Know that the benefits and the transformations are bigger than what you know right now. The meditation impacted your subconscious, your way of thinking. But just let yourself enjoy whatever nice feelings that you know that you practiced, or any insights or nice ideas that you had. Maybe some of them feel like the beginning, like the seed was planted. Just let yourself enjoy that those seeds will grow and become massive and powerful. And we're just going to have some time to share and discuss. So I'd love to hear from every one of you how that felt, what it made you think, your reflections. So as you just contemplate anything you'd like to share, I'm going to start by reading from Fluffy, who's on the live stream. Hi everyone, hope you're having an awesome summer. Just remember that you are loved, and remember to love yourself. Thank you, Fluffy, that's lovely. And be aware that Fluffy's sister is going to use their headset, and so let's make them feel welcome if they come to the temple. Fluffy's sister, are you here? Well, if you join us, you are very welcome. So for me, in the meditation, one thing that stood out a lot was the idea of in each moment choosing how we want to express. And while I do that in many aspects of my life, I saw many more where I want to be more vivacious, more clear, more driven. And places in my house or times in my life, how I'd like to be that. I also really just enjoyed the peacefulness and touching again that image of the inner core of us that's just so free from any external imprints. That's just powerful and wonderful. I also was thinking of a meditation practitioner, a friend of mine named Michael, who our discussions this week prompted the theme for today's meditation. So Michael, if you're watching, that meditation was partly dedicated to you. And I was thinking of another friend, Michael, who I know if we were to work together more, we would be very beneficial for each other. So there's some of the things I experienced. Let's start, if anyone has anything good or nice or interesting they'd like to share. And after we've all shared the good stuff, then we could also perhaps share if there was any questions or anything else. So yeah, I'd love to hear, whether you're out on the live stream or here in the temple, share something from your meditation. Sigma, go for it.
How's it going? I missed the start of that. I was AFK, my headset died. But that was quite peaceful, relaxing. I was thinking a lot about controlling my focus of my attention. It was nice to hear that. I had an idea about I got all these files on my computer that I need to organize. And a thought struck me while I was meditating that put them into books. A lot of images and that. Kind of had a really good thought about how to manage all these picture files. Yes, book them up.
That sounds great.
Yeah. Bam. I kind of missed you. I haven't been around for a while, man. I've missed your style of meditation. That's really nice. Thank you.
It's great to have you back.
Yeah. It's always refreshing.
It's kind of late for the Europeans, so I don't come around too much, but
it's worth it when you do.
I really appreciate it.
But it's nice to hear your voice and have you here. I like that you reminded us about practicing watching our attention. And we can do that in meditation. And I guess I just want to remind us to try to keep practicing now as we discuss and through the whole of this session, and set that intention that as much as you can, remind yourself to just be conscious of your attention. Askiali, did you have something you wanted to share?
Yeah, I just want to say thank you for your contribution, for your presence, It's, as I said, it's always refreshing to have one of your sessions. And it just works on me.
I wish I had face tracking on my avatar and you could see the gratitude and the warmth you just made me feel. So thank you. It's a pleasure to share with you. I was actually thinking this week, in our house, we have some people who've been guiding meditations for a long time and some people who are new to it. And my wife guided a meditation and had one of the new people repeat everything she said. And it was pretty amazing for the double whammy of the meditation, but also to just feel that this new person now has a pathway that they can follow into guiding a meditation. And I thought maybe we could try that here sometime, especially if you like the style that I do. I hope that would be something exciting that you could then share with friends and family and the community. So Hallow Merck shared on the stream Most times, the starting meditation is more so a calming period for me. But today they were already calm, and they felt more out of the opening meditation. Hello, Merck, maybe you could describe what you meant by being more out of the opening meditation. I'd love to hear what that means for you. And yes, it is interesting that I often make the starting meditation just calming to get us in the zone, ready to soak up helpful attitudes or be more open to imagining your more confident, happy, compassionate self. But you may have noticed that today I was trying to really make that strong. Like, enlightenment is strength. Being aware of your consciousness is powerful. And in that power, you can also make it peaceful, blissful, hilarious. So Hello Merck said they were able to get more out of it in general. Oh, you were able to get more out of it, but also able to follow along more smoothly and guide your attention as opposed to just being calm. Well, wonderful. Mission accomplished. And my hope for all of us is the more often we meditate, like if you meditate for an hour a day, that feeling of getting things out of it just gets stronger and stronger. The more deeply and fully you're able to be in the positive suggestions. When you notice something catch your attention and you go to let go of it, the more completely you let go of it from your whole self. So yes, I hope, Hello Merck, that's inspiring for you to meditate more, so that powerful, beautiful feeling is just with you more of the time. Thank you so much for sharing. Gangan matey, it's good to have you back. I noticed you disappear. I'm glad you're back with us.
Yeah, sorry about that. My cat decided she wanted me to pay attention to her and not this, so. But she's gone now.
Often I find that animals that live with us love to come over during meditation, and so often I see that they also then just join the meditation and become really peaceful with us. So if that happens again, I hope you can just enclose your cat in the bubble of bliss that you're in, so they can come meditate with us. But yeah, thanks for coming back. I am happy to have you back. Would anyone else like to share something from their meditation, or something you were thinking of? Or Hello Merck just shared, I've also been casually taking time to calm myself daily instead of waiting for the meditation. So maybe it is a side effect. Yes. Hey, so good to hear. I hope all of us are inspired to take meditative moments very often. And then Hello Merck said, even paying attention to your cat is guiding your attention somewhere. Absolutely. Yeah, always just seeing where we take our attention or how our attention responds to external things. It's part of the practice of meditating our way through life. Thank you. Pops, can we hear how was the meditation for you? Maybe your mic's off. Oh, your thumbs up. Yeah, okay, something up with your mics. All right, would anyone else like to share? Gengo, would you like to share from the time that you were with us, what you liked about it or something you found interesting?
I don't know that I have a whole lot to share. I mean, I haven't been here in like maybe 2 or 3 weeks, but I noticed I haven't been meditating on my own either, but I noticed it was really easy to kind of clear my mind this time. I don't know what was different. But then unfortunately I started thinking about, wow, I cleared my mind, and that's all I could think about. But for a brief moment there, at least, it was really easy.
Wonderful. So I think that part of it was the way that I guided today. I very much set it up that we're going to powerfully go into this still, clear state of mind. And the way you frame your meditation, or the way someone else guides the meditation, very much shapes what happens. So maybe many of you found that. And you raise a very interesting point. When you start reflecting upon or celebrating the clearing of the mind or things, it's definitely something to notice. And as I suggested, perhaps it was after you left, I was saying that if you notice your mind go off onto something, just practice coming back as much as you can. So even reflecting upon the meditation is something that when we're doing attention meditation, you let go of that and just go deeper and deeper. Something I found is even when I'm single-pointed aware, I may just notice, oh, I've just learned how to navigate past that kind of thing, or how to let go of that kind of thing. But I don't put my attention into it. I just kind of notice it happening, and then I'm back into the breath. And I think that's great. You're kind of like skyrocketing towards enlightenment. But yeah, when we notice our mind getting caught up in celebrating it or judging that your mind did something, yeah, I want to prime all of you that as soon as you notice your mind doing something like that in meditation, just hear your breath and feel your breath more powerfully. Likewise in life, if you find yourself judging something you've done harshly, then let that go. Come back to being present. Cultivate what you want to cultivate. But in day-to-day living, if you find yourself celebrating wins and you want to feel good about it, that's probably a good thing. So, Ganga, I'm happy that you were celebrating you cleared your mind. I hope you clear your mind often. Yeah. And, I was saying about these levels. You cleared your mind, but the more we look, the deeper and more expansive that stillness can become. So, something to be excited about, to explore even deeper into it.
All right, cool, thank you.
You are welcome. Happy to have you here. Would anyone else like to share, or perhaps ask a question, or even respond to something I said? So as we sit here, out of meditation, I invite you to still notice your attention. Be conscious as you're thinking. If you are thinking about stuff, maybe you're just still sitting in the stillness. Stay conscious of that. If you're thinking about things, notice where your mind's going. Are you thinking more in words or images or ideas? Maybe there's something you want to say, but then there's another part of you being, oh, I don't know if I talk in public, or however you'd say that to yourself. Notice that. And maybe try and imagine just letting go of all the stuff that doesn't help you. What it would be like to just be easeful in each moment. Or maybe your consciousness is doing something completely different right now. That's fine. Just notice. Where's your attention now? And now. And now. notice how your attention moves. Moves physically if you're feeling different things, or moves from idea to idea, or moves through feelings and concepts. Just watch how your attention moves. You're learning to be conscious of your attention. And you can probably start to feel that the more you're conscious of your attention, the more you'll shape your mind to be thinking more effectively, to be prioritizing what's most important, to be whatever it is that your best self would want to be. Some people like to phrase it as whatever your best self is. Making space for your best self to express itself more easily and more powerfully. As we notice where our attention goes, we're able to let go of many of the things to make space for even better things to arise. Making space for things is actually really wonderful. Whether that's letting go of beliefs or habits that don't serve us, whether it's letting go of things we're attached to that don't really serve us. Whether it's people who are argumentative, who don't listen. Making space for more people who are appreciative, who feel good, who like to consider ideas, who make sense, who uplift you. I say that. I hope each of us lives our life guided by kindness and compassion for everybody. And at the same time, we work to create our community, our culture, in a way that is ever uplifting us, where we can shine out more goodness and positivity, where we have the kind of music that has the best chance of being uplifting for everybody. We have the kind of conversations that have real positive intention. Really, we bring our creativity and our goodness to what we talk about, what we do together. We're creating ourselves to be awesome. We're creating our community to be awesome. So notice again. Try to be more conscious. Where's your attention? One thing that really amazed me is I noticed that not only could I direct where my attention goes, but I can direct how my attention feels. So you probably all notice that you can take a relaxing breath. And as you practice that more, you can make ever more peaceful breaths. You can get to a point where you choose a peaceful breath and you just dive into tranquility, equanimity, more than you ever knew was possible. You practice that every day and you will find, you will cultivate beautiful peace. But it's not just peace. If you choose to, when you practice it, you can take a happy breath or a confident breath. And it's also not just the breath. You can choose to look at a situation where you might have responded to that with one kind of feeling, but you choose to put your peaceful attention onto it. Or you choose to put your brave attention onto it. So as you learn to watch your attention, not only do you choose what you put your attention on, but how you put your attention on it. And then I invite you to imagine, what would you be like if in each moment you were crafting how you felt? Would you move through life as a peaceful being? Would you be fun and full of laughter and joy? Would you see the jokes everywhere? Would you be strong and powerful? Would you have different awesome feelings that you draw from in all different situations? Just take a moment. Imagine moving through life as your ideal self, crafting the kind of feelings that you'd like to bring as a gift for you, but also it overflows as a gift to everybody else. Let's just take a moment. Maybe imagine a typical week in your life and how you'd like to feel in those situations. Or if you're prompting your ideal self, you might see yourself going to different things. That's fine too. Just let yourself rehearse, practice, bringing your intention, bringing your attention in a way that feels the way you would choose.
Hey, yo, can you hear me now?
Yes, we can. Didn't know we couldn't hear you for a while.
Okay.
Welcome back.
Yes.
All right, Sigma, I'm going to re-suggest that little contemplation. So let's dive back into that again. So I was saying that just like you can take a peaceful breath, or you can look at something through peaceful eyes, I want you to imagine moving through your life. What would you get up to in a week? And what state of mind or what emotional lens would you bring to the different parts of your life? If something comes up that really stands out, you could spend some time practicing that. Maybe you want to rehearse how you are at work, or how you want to respond and experience some kind of intense relation. Or maybe you want to rehearse how you are playing sport. Whatever it is, you can move through all different things in your life. Or if something big arises, just let yourself, or ask yourself, if I could feel anything in that situation, what kind of attention do I want to bring to each thing? Be conscious right now. Is that really the feeling you'd want? How would you make that feel so much better? More loving or more easy or more comfort? More decisive? But also feel right now you're practicing being conscious of your attention. Mastering your attention. And I want you to just really internalize this idea. If I'm choosing my attention, I choose ease. I will notice if I have some reaction that's not easy, I'll just let it go and step back into my strong, happy, easeful self. Even the hardest situations, if I don't react to that and I just choose how to be and my attention stays in my choice, how powerful that is. What do I choose to do now? Not just hard situations. As you move through your day, just watching your attention and continually prompting yourself. Happiness, living fully, creative, joyful, whatever it is you'd prompt yourself, but continually just bringing your best self out of you. They call it meditation practice. So just throughout the day, crafting yourself. You know, there's all these different habits that you could just drop back on. But anytime you notice you've dropped into a habit, just coming back into being more conscious, more powerful. And I want you to envisage or consider how that works as a long-term practice. You know, when you first start meditating, maybe your mind's like this, and then you learn how to calm it down a little bit, and then your day-to-day mind's more like this, and then you meditate more, you get even deeper, and then your day-to-day mind is more like this. And all of that stuff's kind of gone, and you're just more into the powerful self. And then you go even deeper into the meditation, so your day-to-day mind is like this. And the same's true with being conscious in your life. As you're like working to bring you the best out of you and let go of the things that don't serve you, the more you do that, the more the like just unconscious stuff goes away, and you're just stepping more and more into your power, more and more into the you that you've chosen, that becomes automatic. And then you can just keep making that better and stronger through your life. And yes, I want you to envisage that awesome you. I want you to feel that right now. I want that to become a part of how you feel and how you think, so that that guides you in each moment. And that image of you as this real self, free from all habits and influences, that image of you as this enlightened, empowered you, that keeps inspiring you, that keeps guiding you, that keeps inspiring your conscious attention, that keeps prompting you to ask the kind of questions that brings more wisdom, more kindness, more awesomeness out of you. When I ask myself what's important, I imagine a world that is creative and kind and wonderful. So when I'm thinking about how to be, it circles around that. But I want you to ask yourself, like, how's the world meant to be? And just drive yourself in that direction. So you connect with more of those people and you create your bubble of the world. So we're all living in what we envisage as the best world, as much as we can. All right, everybody, I'm feeling like it's time. If you guys want to engage in some questions or some comments or share something, we'll do that. And if not, we're going to do our closing meditation soon. So if you're here, please dive in, find something, make this awesome for you. Make this awesome for you. Make this awesome for you. And I'm happy as I wait, because I know your subconscious is coming up with the kind of ideas and questions that makes your life more awesome. And the more you ask yourself that, even if you don't know the answer, even if you're not sure how you want to feel, the more you head in that direction, the more your creativity will just take you and your way of being and your way of feeling into more awesome directions. Anyone? Any questions about anything? Any idea about how you'd apply what we've been talking about to some part of your life? Anyone want to share something that today's session has inspired within you? Finger, I remember last time you said it's okay for me to prompt you. I'd love to hear what's on your mind right now.
You know what? I don't know that I have much of anything to add right now. I'm sorry. I don't know. I mean, I'm kind of already doing it because I'm like playing around on the VRChat menus and stuff. So I'm already trying to go, okay, hey, this is exactly what he's talking about. Bring your attention back to where it needs to be. Quit playing with all the settings. So I think it's definitely going to be something I can use in my day-to-day life because I'm always distracted by 1,000 different things all the time. So I'm going to definitely try to start using that.
So glad you shared. So one thing that I want to encourage is, as well as practicing being conscious, you also said you're always distracted by 1,000 different things. I want to encourage you to have this idea that, hey, you are becoming focused in the way you want to be. And as you start to think of yourself like that, your subconscious will start to put your attention more powerfully onto the more awesome stuff. So yes, practicing being conscious and also crafting this idea or this image of yourself, how you want it to be, will speed up that transformation. I also wanted to reflect that I noticed pretty much every time I've called on you, you're like, oh, I got nothing to say. And then you say something awesome. So next time you don't even need to say you got nothing to say. Just share your great stuff.
Just pop off of whatever's in my head. Okay,
Yeah,
I'll do
man.
that.
Absolutely. But I actually called on Venga behind you, not on you. So
Oh, I'm sorry.
no, it's good. It's good. Venga, what's on your mind right now?
A whole bunch of things. But I don't know anything specific. My brain's kind of mush at the moment.
What's the first thing that comes to mind?
I don't know. I honestly don't know. I have some health issues going on right now. I think I have like a nasal infection, so my head is throbbing.
Sorry to hear that. And I hope during the meditation, even with the nasal whatever's going on, that you could take some relaxing breaths. I also hope that your meditation practice is enough that you can, make some nice feelings or some relaxing feelings, and that helps you make those good feelings as like a counterweight to whatever those not nice feelings are in your body. Actually, you know what? I want to level up my answer. Yes, you can make these nice feelings and they can kind of counteract the not great feelings. But, the theme for today was really watching our attention. So as your body's doing whatever that's doing, I hope that the way that you look at the nasal issue, you look at it through the eyes of calming it and experiencing it in a way that's practical. Do you need to do anything about it? If there's nothing you can do about it, just shaping how you want to experience it. And the same with all the other health issues. If it's physical sensations, you can train the lens that you want to look at them through. And if there's things that need to be done, perhaps it's seeing a specialist, perhaps it's exercising, perhaps it's relaxing more, perhaps it's diet changes, perhaps it's stretching, or there's lots of things. I don't know what's going on for you, but there's lots of things we can do that help us physically. And so I hope that you can create the state of mind that help you feel good, or feel as good as possible, or as least bad as possible through this. And also create the state of mind where you are just tapping into that strength inside of you to do what will help you the most. I hope some of that was helpful. I hope some of that will help you more. Like, how could I have said it sort of stick in your mind in ways that will come out and help you more? I guess just prompting it, that it will stick into your mind. So as you have any of those physical sensations, you'll just remember, consciously look at the sensations or direct your attention in the way that serves you the best. And I hope the peace and the bliss and the relaxing meditations help you feel really good. If you have anything else you want to share or ask about it, please do. But yeah, this side of the room, I haven't really heard from any of you guys. Love to hear your thoughts, your questions. Maybe you had a nice moment that'd be nice to share with us. Anyone out there on
Yeah,
the...
so since nobody's saying anything, when you were talking, I was also thinking like, yeah, it kind of. I try to be more appreciative of where I am at the moment, like right where the universe wants me to be. Like being thankful of just accepting and yeah, the now, being aware and thankful of my breath, the now, you know, my place right now, but also in general, like the place where I am in my life, the social dynamics and everything. Or where God wants me to be. Like, yeah, I'm not necessarily Muslim, but in Islam they say, Inshallah is if God willeth, and Mashallah is as God uh, wanted it. So it's basically as the universe or God, however, wanted it. I'm right there.
I'm not sure how the universe works, or if there is a...
But what do you think of it?
I'll get there. And I'm not sure if there is a higher deity, but I do love that question. If there was a higher deity, or if there was some way the world was meant to be, or if there was some way I was meant to be, I think tuning into that or being creative around it is a beautiful thing. In fact, that question, I mean, I know I'm phrasing it slightly differently, but asking myself, how am I supposed to be? And then asking the infinite how the world is supposed to be. That changed my whole life, changed my whole purpose. I actually asked that, and then over time, I had so many wonderful ideas and experiences that changed me. So, how did you pronounce it? Mashallah?
Asya Ali, but you can say Ali.
Ali?
Yeah, just Ali.
I think he's asking about the other thing, right? Like, how did you say
Mashallah,
that God
yes.
wills it?
Yes. Yeah, God wills it. God wanted it like this, as God wants it, is mashallah.
Mashallah.
And if God wants it, or is inshallah. Most of the time, inshallah means no, like when you're asking a raise from your boss. If God wills it, you know.
So as many of you know, I try to make these sessions as secular as possible, regardless of what anyone believes. I want the skills to be useful for everybody. And one thing that can be very useful is to try and look at different perspectives through a lens of like, hey, if I did believe that, what impact it would have on me, or how would that feel? So to imagine if there was an infinitely wise, all-knowing force running through the universe, and it was looking at me with all of its positive intention, all of its love and power. I find prompting myself like that feels very strong. I mean, it's beyond what I have words for. And to try and envisage what that would will for me, even if I don't believe that that being exists, or if I'm unsure if that being exists, it's still a very powerful idea for me. And if it's not for you, perhaps it's worth just trying to spend some time to imagine it, just for the experience. Similarly, I like to think this idea that if we can learn from everywhere, whichever conversation you're having with anyone, if you have this lens of what's the most I could learn from this person, or from this culture, or from this faith, there's always inspiration and wisdom that you can find everywhere. Thank you for sharing, Askiali. I hope my response was respectful and loving enough.
Yes.
Hmm.
Thanks.
So if you ask yourself, what would the infinite will for you? What kinds of feelings or ideas or actions come to mind? I know for me when
Say
I
it
ask...
again for me.
Go for it, Sigma.
What's the question? Sorry,
I
I missed the start of the question.
Askiali was saying, like, if God wills, mashallah. And I said, well, if you were open to the will of God, what comes to your awareness? What kind of things would you feel willed to do? Or what ways of being? I know for me, what I'm inspired is to have more sessions like this, to try to inspire everyone to make our conversations meaningful, for that image of your most enlightened self, just pump that out. Fill the minds of the world with their best self and being aware, and then helping create culture where that grows and it guides us, and we're all making the world as it's meant to be. Putting my creativity and my time into making that happen. That's what comes to me when I am prompted like that.
I would say be happy, maybe.
That's a wonderful
Humans
point.
have been trying to be happy for a long time. I see a video about it earlier.
That's a wonderful point for us to wrap up on, because that actually leads back to what inspired today's topic, to be free from suffering or to be happy. And so many people think that happiness or suffering comes from what's happening to you in the circumstances. But just like we can take a relaxing breath and we can cultivate happiness, relaxation, and as we practice that, we become more at peace. And you can shape the peace so that it transforms anxiety, that it makes you calm, that it makes you cool in social circumstances, that it makes your body feel good. You can shape that peace. I think we all can either know that totally or like see that that's kind of right. And the same's true with happiness. You know, we can be relaxed by a nice moment, but really it's us cultivating our peace that is just so much more powerful than everything else. And if we take the same attitude towards happiness, some things we can respond happily to, but if we choose to cultivate happiness, if we choose to smile, if we choose to focus on gratitude, if we choose to laugh for laughing's sake, if we choose to take happy breaths and just feel joy in its essence and grow joy, if we choose to envisage ourselves as happy beings, then our happiness truly comes from within and it's not reliant on anything around you. So ultimately, I made today about pure empowerment, whether it's peace or happiness or purpose or freedom. And yes, that's what I wish for all of you. But also grounding that in specific things, practicing peace in your body and mind, and practicing happiness and joy are very tangible steps that we can all take. So on that note, I think we're going to do a peace and happiness meditation. So I invite everybody to get comfortable. feel what your breath feels like. Close your eyes and keep feeling your breath. I notice I'm a little bit out of breath from lots of talking and maybe lots of exercise this weekend. So I'm going to shift my breath to let it settle, let it deepen and feel more expansive. But just notice whatever your breath is. And over a few breaths, you're going to let it become easeful and peaceful. If your eyes are still open, I invite them to close. If you're playing with any VRChat settings, I invite you to close the menu, put your hands together and imagine your body being still. If your mind was playing with any other ideas, I invite you just to put that aside, close that menu, come into your breath. Try to imagine the most peaceful, beautiful breath that you can. Feel it into your body. Take relaxation everywhere it needs. First, you might notice some big muscles that just relax. And then you might notice some other smaller places. So just let them all become peace. Let yourself enjoy the parts of your body that do feel the best. And just bringing your attention into feeling better, blissful, relaxed, calm. Every now and then you might want to take an extra deep breath and just really feel the good feelings flowing into you as you breathe out. Consciously notice your attention. And we're just going to watch our attention for a little while. And if you'd like to take your meditation focus into happiness, maybe you want to explore smiling breaths or a feeling of warmth in your chest. Maybe you want to feel like you're floating a little bit, or maybe just the idea of pure happiness makes you giggle a little bit. Maybe you'll find the part of your brain that is happiness. And you'll just dive into that. Maybe you're making your body just feel better and better at peace and relaxed. Every part of you just letting go. Giving yourself perfect relaxation. Maybe the idea of cultivating happiness is just growing inside you as your mind is just feeling happiness. Maybe you could see it like many flowers blossoming inside of you. There's more and more joy as each blossom opens. Maybe you can feel your smile growing. Or maybe you can do an experiment. What would it feel like to just put a smile on your face right now? Or you can explore different kinds of smiles. Some feel more authentic in this moment. Some feel happier. Some open you up to more joyful feelings as you take happy breaths and just explore, taking your awareness into feeling good. And I like to imagine, as I meditate on happiness, it overflows. Hopefully some of you are feeling happiness. And that's come from my happiness meditations in the past. And then I imagine you doing more happiness meditation and you having more laughs and joy and that making people around you feel good. Maybe sometimes you share with someone that you've cultivated happiness on the inside. Or that might transform someone's life. It might light that spark of just joy, freedom from everything, just happiness for its own sake. And as I imagine you as a fountain of happiness and joy, that brings me joy. And then I imagine all of us imagining each other spreading happiness. And this spiral of happiness, this just cycle of more and more joy growing inside all of us. It warms my heart. It makes my smile feel good. Makes my eyes feel sparkly even though they're closed. Makes me feel strong and caring and I like laughing. So just letting yourself enjoy whatever joy you've cultivated. And know that the more you cultivate joy, the better it's going to feel. The more often you do this, the more joy will just flow through you. And so in a moment we're going to come out of the meditation. And when you do, you're just going to look around at everybody here. Give them a smile. If you feel like laughing, give them a laugh. We're just going to have a moment to just feel some joy together. So I feel like laughing, so I'm just going to start laughing at all of you. But when you're ready, you can just open your eyes and just enjoy the joy and the peace and the awareness that you've just cultivated. Because you're awesome. And the more you practice awareness, the more amazing it gets. And the more joy you have, the more joy you have. And the more joy you spread, the more joy you have. Hello, Merc. I think that's laughing cobras emojis they've just sent to all of you. So there you go. I hope that meditation was nice for everybody. And I want to bring it back to where we started. Watching your attention. Pure mastery of your consciousness, being that enlightened being, whether that starts with peace and happiness, whether that's brings kindness and ease into each moment, whether that lets you just release stuff that you used to be tangled up in and gives you freedom and just makes space for your best self to shine more. Just practicing awareness, directing, having right intention, bringing that intention towards that which is awesome will transform you, will transform the world. So I want to finish with a little dedication. I hope the peaceful meditation was great for you. I hope the nice feelings in your body help with feeling sick, or the nice feelings in your body help you stay relaxed. I hope they help you feel confident. I hope they help you feel easeful. I hope the clearing your mind moments, that you get more and more of them. I hope that idea of mastering your consciousness just grows and grows and makes your meditations deeper and more powerful. It makes you be able to prompt yourself through the day to be more playful, to be kinder, to be wiser, to be more brilliant. But bigger than all of those specifics, I want to dedicate this session to the you that is free from all influences, the you that you would truly choose to be, your most amazing you, the conscious you that you would choose in every moment after practicing being your best. So just let that shine more and more. I want to dedicate this session to that you. Actually, I want to dedicate this session to that part of every being. And to get to the world where we're all doing that, it starts with you. My deepest respect, my deepest love for you. May you meditate regularly. May you watch your attention constantly. May the best part of you have the space to practice and to shine. May you easily and instantly let go of feelings and thoughts and attitudes that don't serve. You can just give yourself a moment to dedicate this session. Thank you all for being here. It brings the best out of me, and that overflows into my life. I'm so grateful. And I hope it does the same for you. I hope to see you all soon.